Responders in Tampa are getting ready for the Republican National Convention, an event that's more than a year away. The real-life scenario EMT training took place at the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay, and our Carson Chambers was invited. She's live in the newsroom to tell us more about this. Hi, Carson.
Hey, Linda. EMTs usually handle calls like heat exhaustion and fender benders, but with the RNC Convention coming to town, first responders could encounter much more serious calls.
You're on scene, 48-year-old male patient, smoke inhalation.
In a parking lot at the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay.
All right, he's real tacky, 129.
Two EMTs are trying to figure out why their patient is having trouble breathing.
Hey, Bob, man, what's going on, man? What happened?
I'm just really short of breath. I'm having trouble catching my breath.
The patient looks just like a dummy, but he's much smarter than that.
It is so lifelike. It breathes, talks, has pulses, lung sounds.
The $100,000 mannequin is a training tool prepping Tampa first responders for emergencies at a 2012 Republican National Convention.
It was to be a target for some sort of terrorism. We have to be on the lookout for signs of that type of emergency as well, not just the normal heat exhaustion.
We trained on stuff like anthrax poisoning, ricin poisoning. What do you do in situations like that? Biohazards, chemical hazards, any kind of exposure.
Eric Doughton teaches first responders all over the state through a Homeland Security grant.
I would say Tampa is probably about 25% ready for a terrorist event. That's based on the training that I've done throughout the state of Florida over the last 5 years. I think that there needs to be more funding and more education.
And more training in case real-life scenarios become real life.
He might be exposed to cyanide.
And TransCare EMTs have been training all week at the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. They respond to about 40,000 calls every year for the city of Tampa. And of course, they'll be handling those calls during the convention next summer. Back to you.
Thanks, Carl.